So this is the continuation, and it's more DLC time. So I finally download Not a Hero. Gonna check that out. Gonna check out Jack's birthday, and gonna check out Ethan Must Die. I already check out band footage. I already check out Into Zoe. So the only three I got was, even though there are four different tapes. However, only two of those tapes are actually good. Um, you could go over it yourself if you're ever interested in buying it, but I would suggest not to. Um, while at the same time say yes, yes and no. I really can't force people to not buy something. It's not it's not in my nature to make anyone buy anything or not to buy anything, and I'm not voluntarily promoting these people game by when you publicly say something or publicly go live, you're kind of helping the company out, but at the same time you could be taking away from the company by self promotion of something. Um, that you voluntarily decide to do, like you voluntarily decide to have a garage sale. No one asks you to, but you just decide to do it, um, and it's technically legal for you to do so. What the products that you're actually selling within your garage sale are related to someone else, especially if you're talking about their stuff. Um, so I typically always say it's up to you to decide whether you want to buy something or not. To me, I didn't feel band footage was good at all, and the Zoe was good, so that's a worthwhile DLC um, to purchase. I don't think band footage. I don't know about Not a Hero, Jack's Birthday, or Ethan Must Die. These added DLC contents, but I do know, and the Zoe is a guarantee. So that said, um, that's the only one good so far. So I'll check out Not a Hero and see how that goes. I'll probably try to keep it silent. If I do say something, it would be with regards to adding more points to the game. And the Zoe got 3 points, Bad Footage got 2 points, and if you add those points with regards to the main game could go up to about mid-nines territory. But it must be understood that these are just added points based on DLC contents. They cannot improve the general game itself, the main game. Just the DLCs. They're attached to the main game. Good. If they were to give me multiple DLCs and I've never played any of them, and someone told me to pick Ender Zoe because it was good compared to the others, typically would be the one that you would go for. And since I don't fully believe anyone based on what they say, I would have to watch videos. That's why I make these videos as well. It's not just to inform my clan members, it's also to make sure that I remember what I was saying in the video, so that if future content comes out, I know I could go back to this video, look at it, and see if I was wrong or I was right. Most of the times I'm always right with regards to these things, but every now and again I'm wrong.
Is it ready? Can we begin? I can't help it, man. We've got work to do.
Chris, did we lose him?
No. Ethan Winters has been secured.
I did wonder what happened to Lucas because he technically didn't die. So this is like his continuation story.
All right, I'm in the mine.
Signal strong. You're coming through loud and clear, Chris. We didn't get much from the first unit before we lost contact, but apparently Lucas turned the mine into his own personal hideout.
How many men did we lose?
3 of our best. Their last transmission was near a lab that should be just ahead. I'm going to need you to check it out.
Got it.
Okay, so let me main game. Lucas survived, and he was on the phone with someone from the company itself. But that same company is the company that Chris is working for right now, Umbrella. But Chris's Umbrella people that he's working with are remnants of the original company, which means they broke off from the Umbrella, corrupted Umbrella. How it goes with regards to why he's still with Umbrella people is that he's separate. This is a separate group from those who are willing to be stooges for Umbrella. So they're a separate Umbrella corporation trying to fix things. And eventually, I believe they became the FBC down the road after Umbrella fell. Or they might have changed their names, or maybe FBC is totally different. But he is still with Umbrella people because these aren't the same Umbrella people. These are the Umbrella people in the lower levels, not the high up greedy politician and money makers and pharmaceutical engineers. These are just the regular survivors trying to do the cleanup work that their bosses fucked up. So whoever Lucas was on the phone with could be Wesker, could be higher umbrella corporations in other countries. It's still Umbrella he was on the phone with, or or it's TerraSave, or if it's, or it's another pharmaceutical company that's within the Resident Evil lore that took over after Umbrella fell. So it could be one or two. It's TerraSave or someone else. Someone else from Revelations or from the animated movies like Degeneration was TerraSave. And FBC was Revelations, the game. So if it's not the FBC, which is forming, and if it's not TerraSave, a different corporation, pharmaceutical corporation, then it's Umbrella again. And they're still butting their nose in, trying to wipe the slate clean or to save what they have. And if it's not those two companies, and if it's not Umbrella, then it's obviously Wesker. It's Wesker with Ada working for Wesker. That's how I see it. But Ada broke off from Wesker after Resident Evil 4 was done. So if we're thinking in context with regards to the continuity of the storyline and timeline of Resident Evil, if it was Ada on the phone he was talking to, then that would mean this was before Resident Evil 4. Whatever happened in this game is before Resident Evil 4, if it's Ada working for Wesker. Which would kind of make sense because in Resident Evil 5, Chris finally killed Wesker in Resident Evil 5. So I'm trying to piece things together. Yeah, it makes sense. So this 4 and Resident Evil 5, then it's not Ada and Wesker. But if it is Ada or Wesker, or should I say if it is Ada working for Wesker, because Wesker could pop up anywhere before Resident Evil 5, then this what happens within Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is before Resident Evil 4, because Wesker died in Resident Evil 5. That's a guarantee. Well, nothing's 100% guaranteed, but he legitimately died in Resident Evil 5, finally. So this, if it's actually Wesker Lewis was calling, then that means the story of Resident Evil 7 happened before Resident Evil 5. And if Ada is still working for Wesker, then that means the story of Resident Evil 7 happened before Resident Evil 4 with Leon. So we'll have to see who he was talking to. When it says fucking company on the phone, it meant it could be in any company or anyone working for the company. What is a guarantee is that the events here happen after Resident Evil 3. That's a guarantee. I could guarantee that. I can't guarantee that the events in this game, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, happen after Resident Evil 4 or 5. Because Lucas, or that's how it said, Lewis, was on the phone with someone and it said fucking company. So if that person is either working for the company or it's the company itself, it could be Wesker, it could be Ada, it could be Umbrella, it could be Terra Grigia, FBC, it could be TerraSave. Who knows who Lucas was talking to? Lewis, I keep saying Lewis. Or maybe it was Lucas, I don't remember.
The lab is just ahead.
Any idea what Lucas is up to down here?
We're still analyzing the data, but it looks like he's been running experiments with an E-type mutamycete.
Let's hope those men haven't become a part of those experiments. Getting you out of here.
Leave me. It's too late.
We're both walking out of here.
I got news for you.
What?
That's not gonna happen. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now, you can try and take that off all you want, but I'd advise against. My hand might slip and...
Lucas!
No! Oops. Now, here's the deal, Chris. You don't follow me, and I don't bounce your head off the ceiling. Oh, the same goes for your little soldier brains, too. Adios. Muchachos.
Fuck.
I'm picking up airborne spores. It's the E-type mutamycete. Your mask will switch automatically to reread. Keep an eye on your oxygen tank to be safe. Your oxygen tank is at 50%. contamination. You should head back and get that bomb on your arm deactivated.
There's no time. I don't want to give that asshole a head start.
Understood. Just be careful. Your oxygen tank is at 50%. Chris, we finished analyzing the data we intercepted from Lucas. It's like we thought. The son of a bitch has been sending status reports on Evie to the connections. Find him and bring him in. We can't let this happen again.
Are you sure you just don't want to recruit him?
Chris, we've been over this.
Maybe the BSAA's convinced. If they weren't, I wouldn't be here. But working with Umbrella is going to take some getting used to on my part.
I know it must be difficult, and to tell the truth, a lot of our members have been with us since even before we reincorporated as a PMC. About all that's left now is the name. Let's just focus on the mission, and maybe we can continue this conversation when you get back, okay?
Sure, whatever.
Okay, alright. So there you have it. There you have it. He is working with the BSAA. And the BSAA only popped up until Resident Evil 1 Revelations. So after the fall of Umbrella, the BSAA stepped in, or should I say, the FBC stepped in, and then a separate organization called the BSAA came afterwards, or during the same process, Federal Bureau of Contaminants or something like that, FBC, and then the BSAA after. So the BSAA, I believe, were they part of Revelations 1? Well, the point is, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 is out the window. The moment he said BSAA, those three are out the window. So the events of Resident Evil 7 happened definitely after Resident Evil 3. And even though BSAA wasn't mentioned in Resident Evil 4, it could have been happening during the same time of Resident Evil 4. However, there was nothing within Resident Evil 4 Remake to state BSAA involvement, or to hint at it. So I'm assuming Leon went to the president. Leon came from the president. Leon went to the president. Leon came from the president. Leon went to save the daughter of the president. Jesus Christ, how did... And then Las Plagas was happening somewhere. Was this happening the same time Las Plagas was happening? FBC, Terra Grigia, BSAA. Is either was happening the same time Las Plagas was happening with Leon, or after. So the events of Resident Evil 7 had to have happened after Resident Evil 4. But before Resident Evil 5? Because he killed Wesker in Resident Evil 5? Christ almighty, it's hard to remember this. Revelations 2 and 1 happened before Resident Evil 5 game. But timeline based on when games are released are different from the timeline in the game itself. When a game release means nothing to when actual timeline in the world happened. You see this all the time in the Marvel movies. Things have been happening in the past, while stories are happening based on new directors and stuff in the future, but those future are actually in the past. So unless you get a lock on the timeline of everything, that's the only way to know for sure what's going on. So I'm going to make an assumption here. I could be wildly wrong. Events of Resident Evil 7 happen before or after Resident Evil 5, which means before Wesker is killed or after Wesker is killed. Because I believe Revelations 2 happened after Resident Evil 4 or during Resident Evil 4. And since he mentioned BSAA, then that means it has to, this game, Resident Evil 7, had to have happened before Resident Evil 5 or after Resident Evil 5. The hell?
You okay in there?
Redfield?
Don't worry. I'm gonna find a key to this thing and get you out of there.
I almost made it that time. Maybe I'm not supposed to go that way, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. I think I am supposed to go that way. I just gotta make it past that guy. I was almost there. I was almost there. If I didn't turn that way. Maybe I don't even need to use the grenade. The grenade takes too long. Maybe I just a shot. Okay, so after I shoot him, I keep going right. That don't seem to make sense based on air quality. Unless, let me check something. Med injections, maybe med injections improve my survival with air quality. So there's a door there, but that door is blocked off. This is a dead end. This door needs a key. requires a key. That door requires a key. Okay, so I don't think I'm supposed to go that way. But through this door, there are bombs and traps. Night vision device required. Okay, so I'm not supposed to go in either of these directions. I believe that's what the game is trying to tell me, and I'm trying to fight against it by going through those things. So I'm gonna just search. I'm just gonna search the grounds. Definitely not supposed to go back. I am supposed to be here. So there are certain keys and buttons that's required. Alright, so I have no choice. The answer has to be here somewhere. So this is the mining work area. But this is the second floor mining work area. Pretty sure I checked everything up here. Yeah, I'm just going in circles. Don't make any sense. Yeah, I already checked up here. There's nothing up here to see or find other than things I might miss. See on the wall, or see, this is what I'm talking about. There are things you would just miss that are present. You just can't see it enough.
This ought to do it. Please tell me what I'm looking at.
I have no idea. Exercise extreme caution. Chris, is extremely resilient. Normal ammo isn't going to cut it.
I'm open to suggestions.
You'll need ramrods to stop it from regenerating lost tissue. You're going to have to fall back.
Everything's all right now.
That's just what he wants you to think. I'm just the bait, and you fell for it.
What? Oh, shit!
Take the filter. I'm a mask. Hurry!
But you'll die!
I'm dead anyway.
can't wait to get my hands on that asshole.
Just remember we need him alive, Chris.
Yeah.
That's why Chris is the good guy. Any normal person would just, as soon as they sue Lucas, they will blow his head off for that. That's a brutal way to go out, to get your spine cut off by something. Anyone else would have just killed Lucas on sight. That's why Chris is a hero. He understands the bigger picture.
Should allow you to take down the new white mold variants.
Good. Great. More incoming.
Okay. Okay. This is better than Ender Zoe. This is better than Ender Zoe.